Hey folks, I'm Mark Smith, the host of the Four Boxes Diner. For those of you new to this channel, I know we have thousands of new subscribers over the last few weeks, and I'm very happy for that and thankful for that. I'm a constitutional attorney. I'm a member of the United States Supreme Court Bar. I'm a proud gun owner, and I'm equally proud to say that in 2021, a California federal judge, Roger Benitez, used my scholarship in part to declare California's so-called assault weapon ban to be unconstitutional under the Second Amendment. And if you love the Second Amendment and you want to protect it, please hit the subscribe button here and help us spread the message of gun rights to all of America. Today at the Four Boxes Diner, we're going to talk about something a little bit different. We're going to talk a little bit about what I consider to be a life lesson for outspoken, prominent gun owners, people that, blog about guns, people who comment about guns, people whose public record, if you were to do a internet search or a Google search, you would come out as a prominent gun supporter or Second Amendment advocate. This is specifically for anyone like that, where you have a little bit of a public persona and the dangers of going to the wrong jurisdiction and doing bad stuff. Let me explain to you. This is going to be a wake-up call. And in case you haven't noticed, I want you to understand that there are bad jurisdictions, in my opinion, where you might be punished, frankly, for your political views and things that you've said publicly in the political space or related space, okay? I don't want to say that because in theory we have a First Amendment, and it's true we have a First Amendment, but again, that doesn't mean that decisions in certain bad jurisdictions that don't like gun owners could not come back and haunt you in a certain way, okay? So here's a little bit of advice I want to give you. First of all, did you notice how Will Smith at the Oscars, right? As of this video, he has not been charged with a crime for publicly attacking, as best I can tell from the video, you probably have seen the video, over a hair joke. By the way, if I lashed out every time someone commented about my beautiful hair, I would be in huge trouble with the criminal justice system as well. But the point of this short video is this. I want you to understand that you're at risk if you're in the wrong jurisdiction at the wrong time. Again, let's talk about Chris Rock and Will Smith first. There are millions of witnesses, and we have videotape evidence of what happened, okay? There doesn't appear to be much doubt in my view as I see the video, which is that Will Smith attacked Chris Rock and slapped him across the face in Los Angeles during the Oscars, okay? Yet, as soon as this occurred, it seemed to me, the Los Angeles Police Department issued a statement that they're not going to arrest Will Smith or charge him with a crime unless, first and foremost, Chris Rock complains. But you know and I know that Chris Rock is not going to be complaining because why does he want the headache? He's a Hollywood celebrity too. He doesn't want to be accused of harassing Will Smith. That's not going to be necessarily good for his career, is my guess. But here's the kicker, of course. Let me ask you a hypothetical question. What if a conservative actor had, done the same thing that Will Smith had done to Chris Rock? What if like a Clint Eastwood or Mel Gibson had done something like this? What if anyone else had done something like this other than a prominent liberal celebrity, okay? That's the question. Would they have been waiting to arrest that person depending on whether or not Chris Rock complained to the police? I'm guessing, frankly, they probably would have been arrested that night. Because here's the reality of it. Will Smith, who I don't have a problem with as an actor, but Will Smith, the reality is he's a rich and famous, fancy, liberal celebrity in Los Angeles, California. In fact, according to the newspapers in 2016, Will Smith had at least one meeting with Barack Obama about running for potential political office, okay? Now, I think the point of this story is that if you are part of a favored class in a particular jurisdiction, then you, I think, stand a good chance of being left off the hook, even if millions of people saw you commit what appears to be a crime, at least in my opinion. Okay, now I want to contrast this with another news story that happened just last week. Contrast this with the Will Smith Oscar story, and that's this. Okay, here's another example of what happened in Los Angeles County involving a Republican congressman who had A, as in top, A rating from the NRA. Okay, so this Nebraska congressman, right, by the name of Jeff Fortenberry, this Nebraska congressman, a Republican with an A rating from the NRA, was just convicted of lying to investigators in Los Angeles, California. Okay, how the heck does a Nevada congressman who's a Republican with an A rating from the NRA find himself in hot water in Los Angeles, California? Why is he there? Okay, I mean, I understand technically why he's there because there's probably money there for fundraising. So here's what happened according to the news reports. Okay, so Jeff Fortenberry, congressman from Nebraska, pro-Second Amendment record, committed to self-defense. He was good on concealed carry, the whole thing, right? Okay, here's the thing. He was convicted by a federal jury of lying to investigators in a campaign finance case. But specifically, I don't think he was convicted of campaign finance problems. He was convicted of lying to investigators about it. Apparently, they said that he knew that there was some foreigner involved that wasn't supposed to be giving him money, and there was some attempt to conceal illegal campaign contributions back in 2016 during a California fundraiser. And that's the key point I want you to understand. That the way a Republican congressman from Nebraska, A-rated by the NRA, gets sucked in to being indicted, investigated, charged, tried, convicted in Los Angeles, California. Not I would say a good political home for a Republican from Nebraska, is because he went to California, and in the context of going to California, that gave the Los Angeles prosecutors a hook, right, to look into Jeff Fortenberry, and that hook apparently was enough for them to, do this investigation, claim he lied, and next thing you know, you have a Republican congressman in California, in Los Angeles no less, in front of an LA jury, right? Again, I'm not saying that he didn't do anything right or wrong. I'm not saying he committed a crime or didn't commit a crime. I have no idea about the underlying facts, really, about Jeff Fortenberry's conviction. Maybe he did something terribly wrong and deserved to be convicted. It's quite possible for all I know, okay? He was convicted. With that said, again, why is a Republican from Nebraska in Los Angeles, California? So here's the point I want you to take away from this video. I'm going to sum up right here, right now. Isn't it interesting that if you're Will Smith, a celebrity, liberal, Democratic donor that meets with Barack Obama, you can, as of now, slap Chris Rock in front of millions of people with videotape evidence, and the Los Angeles Police Department out there says, we're not going to do anything unless the victim, Chris Rock, says something. In contrast, here you have a Republican congressman, not a Barack Obama donor, my guess, a Republican congressman, A-rated from the NRA, goes to Los Angeles for a fundraiser, and next thing you know, the guy is criminally indicted and convicted in front of a jury of something involving lying to investigators, which if he did that, he shouldn't have done that, okay? But set all that stuff aside. I think the lesson to you is this. For those of you that have any kind of a public profile that a prosecutor anywhere in the country can Google and find out who you've given money to, where you stand on particular issues, what you've said on the internet, what have you done, be very careful if you're in a jurisdiction that is not completely aligned with your political views, because trust me, I think that those prosecutors have limited resources. They can pick and choose who they go after and how they do it. And if you're in the wrong jurisdiction and you have the wrong political bent, I think the reality is that increases your chances of something bad happening to you. Now, I would not have given you this advice or made this observation a decade ago. But I have to tell you, looking at the reality on the ground, including just the events of the last week, it required me, I thought, to bring this to your attention. Okay? So I hope you learned a little something here today at the Four Boxes Diner. And again, if you haven't subscribed, please do so. We want you all to be safe, to be successful, and to be rich. And I hope you understand that is a part of this channel, and I hope it all works for you. And again, because of that, I hope you subscribe and support us right here, right now at the Four Boxes Diner. We'll see you next time.
Orders up. Table 2A.